Sorry, just gotta get the TikTok live online too. 07. I am planning to get Tabletop Sim and make an Imperial Knight Army with Freeblade as the lead. I would not get Tabletop Sim. They have come out against LGBTQIA plus content and content creators, so fuck them. Hey boss, I hope you're feeling better. I'm feeling a lot better. Still a little sad from stuff going on, but not much I can do about that. Go live on TikTok. What's up? You know, the usual. I am usually disturbing the shit, for I am the shit disturber. The disturber of shit. The man who will go and disturb that shit. Well, time to get rid of TTS. If you already own it, I can't stop you from playing it, but I'm personally taking a stand against them. I uninstalled the game. I am telling everybody to avoid it if they support LGBTQIA+. It doesn't make you a bad person if you buy it, just a heads up. But just so you know, that's where they stand. I would rather my audience be educated on a product and the people making that product rather than not. And they lost like a lot of games that were on there because a lot of people took the mods down. Because it's just like, cool, you hate gay people? Fine, fuck you. Piece of shit. Also, guys, if you see me putting the paintbrush in my mouth, please tell me to stop. I put in a little bit of... I put in a little bit of alcohol in there to help clean the brushes when I use them. You know, just being infuriated by the Starfield hacking mechanic. Oof! Oof, is it that bad? Do you have recommendations for how to play 40k without putting my house up for mortgage? Convince GW to make a version of their game that's accessible and playable for everyone. Like a console version. That's my best guess on what to do. We're never going to do it because they're cowards! GW are cowards! And they won't make a fun game that'll make them a lot of money. Because I'd play that. I'd play the shit out of a 40k video game that simulates the tabletop game. Play the shit out of that. Plus, it would make the game a lot more accessible and allow people to playtest armies and, you know, see if they're interested in the fucking game. But no! We're just going to keep releasing first-person shooters. Cool, I like that, but still, like, the main 40k tabletop game, it would be fun to have that option. It would be consumer-friendly. Plus, what's stopping them from, like, putting in microtransactions or DLC? Oh, you want this unit for your army? Well, you have to pay a little bit extra. A little bit extra. They could do that. I know that sounds terrible, and I'm giving them a horrible idea. But I know they do that anyway. Unrelated note, I still have the Jagatai Khan versus Mortarion speech if you feel like trying some voice VC. Yeah, I can try it if you want. Man, I love 40k, love the lore, love the minis, love it, but I'm finding it hard to enjoy the game. Okay, let me know why you are having trouble enjoying it. Live on YouTube? I am, Domnir. I am. All people on TikTok, please go subscribe to my YouTube. I am live over there. Do you think Total War could make a 40k game, or would it be different from their usual? They could make it, but it would be really unusual for them. Jump and ship, thank you. $20 a Kill Squad DLC, lol. You want the special or commando squad? That'll be an extra £20 over you Canadians 40. Please do a Mephiston video? I guess I could. If enough people ask, I will make a Mephiston video for TikTok, but I don't really like the Blood Angels all that much. They're kind of boring to me. And I just lost all my subscribers. I don't like them that much. It's not because like, oh, I absolutely hate them. It's just they're boring to me, personally. I do have their omnibus, which has Sergeant Raffin, who's like the more interesting Blood Angel. What are your thoughts on the Tyranid hybrid that laid eggs, and what happens if it gets back? Kill it. Kill it. I'm scared. I am scared. Okay, here we are. Thank you, Hollow. Alright, I'm going to be reading a thing here quick. Oh, this is fucking hefty. Holy shit. Okay, bear with me. This is the excerpt, from the book Scars. A book that I actually have, by the way, and it's actually a really good one. Mortarion and the Khan try to convince one another. Mortarion smiled behind his mask, making his molted cheeks crease. I have plenty to tell you, Jagatai. There are opportunities here. The cost of error has never been higher. The rewards, beyond imagination. The Khan observed him guardedly. Mortarion has always been hard to read. You are here to persuade me, then? He asked. You think after all this, there are any more arguments to be made? Mortarion reached up with his left hand and pushed his cowl back. A pallid gray scalp was revealed, though it still bore the noble countenance of the Gene Brotherhood. Deep bags nested under sharp eyes, and wisps of gas rose from the collar around his neck. Listen, he said. Just listen. You might learn something. Even you, my proud brother, can still be tutored. The Khan left his blade unsheathed, holding it loosely by his side. Mortarion's power seemed to have grown. Something burned in him, dark like old embers. His flesh was somehow bleaker, his stance a little more crabbed, and yet the aura of intimidation around him has been augmented. Back on Olenor, even at the height of the triumph, he had had not quite the same heft. The Khan recalled his brother's words. What would be the wager on us, brother? What would you pay if we fought? Say what you came to say, said the Khan. Mortarion bowed half mockingly. I have traveled a long way to find you, he rasped. And now look around. We have all the time in the universe. All we have left to disturb us are the dead. And they do not stir. He smiled again, as mirthless and as dry as before. Yet. You were not meant to be here, said Mortarion. You were meant to join the Alpha Legion at Alaxis. Thank you for the follow. The Khan nodded. Or return to Terra. We did not wish that. Why would we? The Alpha Legion held us at Chondax. They wanted us to hear from Dorn. Mortarion raised a hairless eyebrow. Indeed, you surprise me. But perhaps you shouldn't. It seems that Altharius is never wholly of one mind. He chuckled darkly. He plays a dangerous game. His own intrigues will throttle him. So why you? Asked the Khan. Why not me, brother? I assumed it would be Horus. Vanity has many things to keep him busy. The Khan's eyes narrowed. Mortarion did not seem too sure of himself. For all the show, all the projected force, he was on shaky ground. Horus didn't send you, did he? That means nothing. It means everything, said the Khan, studying his brother's reactions. Magnus told me how the war stands. Some souls are still to be decided on. There were always those of us on the edge. I was one, you were another. Mortarion snorted. My legion was at Istvan, so put aside any thoughts that we are not committed. The outcome is already determined, and your choice is simple. Preservation or destruction. Come, Jaghatai. You've never even believed in unity. You saw through it even when Gulliman was lecturing us all to tears. Back when there were still Xenos standing between our father and the galaxy's edge. Then tell me the alternative. A galaxy of warriors, said Mortarion. A galaxy of hunters, where the strong are given their freedom. A galaxy in which there is no dead hand at the tiller, constraining us, lying to us. And all this led by Horus. Mortarion shrugged. He's the start. He is the champion, the sacrificial king. He may burn himself out to get to Terra, he may not. Either way, there will be room for others to rise. Mortarion drew closer, and the Khan smelt the chemical tang of his armor. You should never have thrown your lot in with the Angel, brother. Let alone Magnus. I hated to see it, the three of you, getting dragged in deeper. I always thought you'd break away, see through it, get tired of the hypocrisy. They were never hypocrites. No? Mortarion exhaled a parched laugh. I hoped you'd have understood them sooner. It's the warp, Jaghatai. Our father tried to pretend it wasn't there, as if we weren't already up to his elbows in its soul-sucking filth. It should have been cordoned off, put away, forgotten about. It's not for us. It's a sickness, a blight. Mortarion became agitated. He calmed down slowly, wheezing through his shrouded mask. The Khan heard a faint hiss and guessed at what kind of suppressants had been shunted into his bloodstream. I see what has happened, he said quietly. Mortarion cocked his head. Oh? Whew! You were always sincere, I'll give you that, said the Khan. You never hid what you wanted. I can guess how you thought it would go. First, hobble the sorcerers, silence the witches, drive them out, and rule passes to the uncorrupted, the healthy. That was your great project. You even told me of it, that day on Olenor. I thought back then that they were empty threats, but I should have known. You do not make empty threats. As the Khan spoke, Mortarion's mask-locked expression remained inscrutable. Every so often, his eyes would go filmy, or his fingers would twitch. There was a kind of febrile energy about him, spilling out of the cracks as the noxious fumes did. But it's gone wrong, hasn't it? The Khan went on. You have completed your great mission, but there are more sorcerers than ever. Horus has sponsored them. Logar has shown them new tricks. If Magnus has not already made up his mind, then he will soon. And then you will be surrounded. You've destroyed the Librarius, only to find the witches are now untrammeled. They played you well. You have done their work for them, and soon you will be dragged into it yourself, as warp-sick as they are. You think that I see it perfectly. Magnus showed me. Your legion may be free of it for now, but the change will come. You made your pacts, and now they will come to collect. You fool. Mortarion stiffened. His eyes blazed with anger for a second, quickly quelled. You do not, and that is why you came to find me. said the Khan. You've run out of friends. Who will stand with you against the Aether Wavers now? Angron? What an ally! Curze? Good luck! The Khan gazed at Mortarion disdainfully. You've tasted the fruits of treachery, and found them bitter. Don't drag me into your ruin. You're on your own, brother. Mortarion's expression fractured behind the mask, shifting into an enraged snarl, disfiguring rapidly. Silence quivered, and all he took was a step forward, his free fist clenching. I came to give you a choice, Mortarion said, keeping his voice under control with some difficulty. Half your legion has already declared for Horus. The others will follow wherever you order them. Our father's time is over. You can be part of that order that replaces him. The Khan smiled, a cold smile, imperious in its contempt. A new emperor. Mortarion glared back at him, though he could not hide the doubt. Why not? Why should it not be you? The Khan nodded, finally understanding. Or you. Why not indeed? He drew closer, noticing for the first time the discoloration of the skin around the edge of his brother's rebreather. How long had he worn it? I'll tell you why. Because we were never the Empire Builders. We were the Outriders. You chafed at it. I embraced it. Mortarion began to back away. As he did so, silence crackled to life, sparking with green-tinged energy. The Death Shroud lowered their sides in combat posture. Then you will not be persuaded, said Mortarion, his filtered voice sunken into the surly growl. A shame I invested much energy to save you, brother. I shall take no pleasure in your destruction. Mortarion hates the... What up? Love your orcs video. Thank you! Thank you so much. But yeah, did I do good there, Cold Heart? Did I meet your expectation? Yeah. Gotta say, doing a Mortarion voice, extremely hard. I think it's the way objectives are done these days. I started in 4th, and I really don't like stratagems, but my local club members insist on using them. Stratagems are inherently a part of the game, and I don't like them either, but there are a lot of other things I do like in the modern Warhammer 40k game. I do like the reaction system that Horus Heresy introduced. I do like that system a lot more. But yeah, the Orc video came out today. I don't know how many of you watched it. I hope you guys liked it. I'm waiting for the new Mark III armor before I dive into Horus Heresy properly. That is fair. I'm waiting for it too. Need it. I need it! I need it so fucking badly in my life. Oh my god, that armor looks so good! I'm getting that Horus. I'm getting that Sons of Horus captain. I do not care if he's Sons of Horus. I'm going to use him. Don't give a shit. What are you painting? I'm stacking on my Genestealer cult. Just painting some Terminators for Horus Heresy. I need to get a Wog Flesh if I'm going to paint my Orcs. And a lot more black. Because I play Golf Clan. The weirdest part is that I play the poster boys of each faction. So, like, for Marines, it's Ultramarines. For Chaos, it's Black Legion. For, for Orcs, it's Goth Clan. Very weird. And thoughts on Ascended Fulgrim? Fuck, that model is beautiful, but fuck their decisions with it. It's resin. Why? Why would you do that? It's resin. No, no, it's bad. The material sucks. But you get more detail with it. No, you don't. You get an infinitely more fragile model that sucks. Good for displaying only. And even then, I think it looks beautiful, but the problem is, like, the material it's made out of is terrible. And what's worse is that you can't use it in modern 40K. We finally get our diva, our demonic snake daddy diva, and they won't let us use it. You have yourself a new patron. Thank you. Projectile would probably appreciate Hammerfall Bunker, Kit Bash, and Dawn of War 1 Plasma Generator. I'm expecting Huron will get a new mini before Emperor's Children. No, GW's been pretty good about slowly releasing the Traitor Legion warbands. Though I would like Huron to get, like, a brand new fucking model. Because, like, out of all of the Traitor Legions and, like, Traitor characters, I think Huron is very interesting. Because he's, like, a Chaos Worshipper and he's a deceitful little bastard. But if you're loyal to him, he's loyal to you. With the Orcs, Wa and Angron. Oh god, that would be so good. Orc on World Eater action. Tabletop Time did a great video on Fulgrim well worth checking out. I'll take a look at them later. Pete the Wargamer's Kit Bash of him? I did not, but if you want to join the Discord and the YouTube, I would love to have a link to it. Is there any orcs on a Khorne demon planet in the warp? Yes, actually! There is an orc named Tuska Demon Killer, and he got transported to Khorne's personal realm because Tuska was such a fun, entertaining fight that Khorne personally rewarded him and his warband of orcs with their own version of Valhalla, which is sick. Yarrick skull hands on Angron's necklace. No, the skulls on Angron's necklace are reserved for a very special few. Yo, what you painting? We're painting Cataphracti Termes for my 58th Armored Company. For Horus Heresy. That orc and Khorne live, fight, die. Repeat is why is the happiest place on in 40k. What are your thoughts on Cato Sicarius and before, after? Okay, so Cato Sicarius is an interesting individual in terms of where he started and where he's at now in Warhammer. If you don't know who Cato Sicarius is, he is the captain of the Ultramarine 2nd Company. And for the longest time, he was essentially the butt of the joke in Warhammer 40k, because he was the greatest of them all! The greatest captain! The greatest swordsman! All that kind of stuff. Because Matthew Ward needed to be put on a leash a little bit when it came to writing him. But when after Matthew Ward was taken off of that project, and other people started to write him, they wrote him as very Glorehound, like he was a glory hound who didn't care about anyone else around him, and he didn't tend to think before he acted a lot of the time. But there was potential in him. And he got a lot of pushback in the Deimos campaign book, where, like, people actively called him out for being an idiot. And then Gulliman came back. And Gulliman coming back was a pretty sharp punch to the gut, essentially. It was like a really about who he was. Because Gulliman was not impressed with him. But he saw potential in him. In fact, Cato reminded Gulliman a little bit of Sergeant Thiel back in the Horus Heresy days. But it wasn't until Cato got trapped in the warp in his ship that the character changed for the better. The worst part is that we never see what happened to him and his men when they got stuck in the warp. We never see it. We only hear from Cato's perspective. And as Cato put it, I watched my men die for nothing. I watched my brothers die at the hands of cruel demons, begging for a miracle, and it never came. He's still wholly loyal to Gulliman, but his experience has changed who he is fundamentally. He's more cautious, he's more reserved. He's more, he actually questions things that he should be questioning, like, why are all these people in the fucking street? Get them out of here. I hear him when, like, someone's like, but they're parading. I don't give a shit. There's fucking chaos outside. They're bombarding the city. Get them back inside. But they're worshiping the saint. Oh, fucking good for them. They can die by bombing. He's essentially become no nonsense. And he really, really does not like priests anymore. So, I like the development that they're taking him. I find their choices with his writing to be interesting. And that Cato is changing. Not into not into like a chaos worshiper, but he's not this egotistical asshole anymore. You helped me get into the hobby. You're welcome. How do you spell his name? Cato space Sika. I'm trying to remember how to spell it. Sicarus. I think. I think that's how it's spelled. They can worship the bunkers as well as they can worship the streets. Get them out of here! Yeah, pretty much. He's also grown a beard. I like that he's grown a beard. Also, apparently, we almost had Chaos Tau because Farsight ended up in deep shit. Oh yeah, he was falling to the worship of Khorne, and he only snapped out of it when he was actually questioned, like, why am I thinking this? This is bad thought. Oh no. Like, he actually panicked about why he was thinking a lot of the things that he was. Chaos Marines knocking on the outwalls. Excuse me, do you have a moment to talk about chaos? Oh no, the word bearers are here. Sicarius, thank you. SACRIRUIS. Thank you. My God, I can't speak. Yeah, no, GW's been long since been trying to fix Kato's image. And I think they succeeded. Unless you're like with the more boring fucking aspects of the hobby. The word bearers are space Jehovah's Witnesses, pretty much. Are you saying Cato Sicarius is pulled a Leon? Probably. More ADHD brain mode, but I know one thing I desperately want is I want them to kill Erebus off. You're never gonna get it! You're never gonna get Erebus killed! Never, ever. It is not grimdark if Erebus is still alive. If someone like Erebus is still alive, you know you're in a grimdark universe. Here's the thing. Erebus is the embodiment of karma will never come for him. Because, guess what? Life ain't fair. He has pulled a lion. He has not pulled a lion. I can tell you that much. Am I a fan of Demon Slayer? I don't care for it, is the best way to put it. It's just another shonen anime with power levels. But Inosuke is funny. But also exceptionally pretty. I liked you with the boar head on. Alrighty then. Can I fight demons yet? Can you cut this rock? No, then you can't fight demons. Also, why'd they get the 12-year-old boobs? Please, Japan, I'm begging you, stop. Power levels are bullshit, they are. Angron versus Lion, who wins? Ins no demon form, no armor. Lionel wins because he's just a better fighter than Angron is. What did I come back to? I don't know. I used to think the Emperor was cool until I read the novel. Will they pop Snurgle make me now? What are you painting tonight, boss, by the way? More Scarab Occult Terminators? No, Cataphracti. Cataphracti Ultramarines for my 58th Armored Company. Oh, where's Heresy? Space Smurfs. God, I hate typing on my phone. What's up, AOG? Not much. What's up with you? Gonna start reading it soon. Hell yeah, partner! One Piece is great! I'd worship Nurgle. He loves me. No, he loves what he can do to you. He does not love you. After reading the novel, I would probably go and be a part of the Nurgle's Garden. Don't! What?! I don't want Disney stuffs, but thank you very much. Waiting on the kid to finish her bath and prepping my Warbringer to build tomorrow. Neat. What's up, AOG? Been watching to catch one of your lives for a while now. Hey, nice. Welcome, welcome. This is not the usual that I do. It's just like this week has been very rough. So I've only been doing like talking streams and painting. What's your opinion on Necron dynasties, and what do you think? Who do you think should win within the Necrons? I think Cesaric should win within the Necrons, but I also like Trazon the Infinite. I think he's funny. Hi, Aramis! What's up, bro? Not much. Just painting. We're painting models. Having a good time. Having a good time. Nice. Yeah. Which one is the collector again? That is Trazon the Infinite. What type of model are you painting? We're painting Cataphracti Terminators. I got all my 30k Imperial Guard army fully painted. Shit! Like the actual Forge World models? Or like you like proxying using like actual Imperial Guard? Because if you got all those fucking Imperial Guard models from Forge World, holy shit, how deep are your pockets? Tries to play the Necron game. He's playing the Pokemon game in 40k. He wins if he lives. That group of Inquisitors investigating time travel that all went missing. Oh, Ordo Chronos? We don't talk about them. We don't talk about them. We don't talk about them. Also known as Trazon the Magpie. recently for into building and painting Warhammer 40k, and I really like the Blood Angels. Good for you. What do you think of them releasing Epic? It's more Warhammer on a larger scale, but with smaller models. I don't know, I'm not gonna play it. My hands are already big enough. I can't paint those small guys. My hands are like sausages. I'm Big Hands Hans from Phineas and fucking Ferb, dude. I can't do that shit. Shit. Not much from Forge World, but from eBay. Oh, okay. Do you have a least like Primarch? I don't like Lorgar. Wow, the Luke. Wow, I got some fucking cold takes in here. Some fucking depressingly cold takes. Oh, by the way, if you wish to support me and help make the channel better, please subscribe to YouTube. Please go to my Patreon and donate there. Or if you want to make a one-time donation, please donate to my Ko-fi. I'd really appreciate it. No, Lorgar is my most hated Primarch because, like, fuck him. And I feel bad for his sons. I still say we should mess with Time Stream and introduce Lorgar to Gork and Mork instead of Chaos Gods. Ah, that'd be funny. It would be really funny. All I wanted was the zogging truth, father. Everyone's just looking at him like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Vulcan is an absolute angel. No! No, he is not! He is just as xenophobic as the rest of them. But I loathe Fulgrim. He was shown why messing with genes was a problem, but did it. Shh. No! No, we don't shh the fucking war crimes in the room. Just because he made you cookies and a cool sword does not make him a good person. Anyways, like he was twirling the mustache already and tripped, he didn't fall. Darkfire Daddy is bae. Oh my god, no! It's only war crimes if you lose. He murdered a child! He looked at an Eldar child, said cringe, and then fucking incinerated the poor kid. Who hasn't? I haven't! He felt bad about it later, at least. Oh, he felt bad about it later. Cool. That doesn't fix what he did? And what he continued to do? My god, chat. They're more like that lens anyway. Oh my fucking Christ. Kurz is an honest monster. Oh, yeah, no, he is a monster, and he will be the first one to tell you that. Passive-aggressive persuasion at best. Constitution. Listen, the best line that Vulcan ever got is basically just looking at Conrad Kurz like he's Jason Todd. Nah, I think I'm gonna just beat you with this hammer. After the line which Primarch is coming back, we don't know which one's coming back. It's very easy to guess that GW will probably do Fulgrim, but for Loyalists, it's up in the air. I'm voting Jagatai. Fuck you guys. Oh, we want the furry back. We want the furry back. I want Jagatai. I want Primarch on bike. I want Primarch that goes zoom zoom. He goes speed. The fastest lad. What about Vulcan? He'd be way too easy. He'd be easy to as a perpetual. We don't know where the fuck he is. Last time we saw Vulcan anywhere in 40k lore, he was pushing the orc aside, like the size of a fucking house, into a reactor core. That was the last time we saw him. He's probably fucking dead. I would immediately build Space Wolves. I mean, fair. I want Call to do Heresy and clone Sanguinius so he has a vessel. No! No! Stop! Please, God! The tragedy of the Blood Angels is that Sanguinius is dead! Do not bring him back! That takes away their entire identity! Please! I don't like them, but I like their tragedy. Imagine the bike-based armies. No, he's into work. Don't you dare bring back my Primarch, says Aramis. Listen, guys, if the Iron Hands aren't getting their Primarch back, you're not getting yours back either. You know who's more tragic? The Lamenters. Boo! Boo! Their story is sad because they're unlucky as shit. Boo! Bored. Lamenters are boring. Oh, what's their personality? Oh, they fucking hate life. Okay. They're boring. Get mad at me all you want. I'm right. The Lamenters are fucking boring. All it is just, and then something bad happened. Loyal son of Baal, he needs to come back. Could bring the Fulgrim clone that Trazan has. It's an option. GW just tends to use Trazan to, like, dump things they find either extremely cumbersome or just shit they don't want to deal with right now. Oh, I'm gonna have to go buy more red. Shit. Would love to see a full story of the Black Dragons, how low-key diss in the chapters regularly. Oh, you know, glass houses kind of a thing. I like that one Blood Angels book where everyone thought that one Blood Angel was the reincarnation of Sanguinius, just to have that hope torn away because it was a chaos infestation. Oh yeah, the Blood Angels Civil War. Oh god, they actually had a fucking meeting about that with the other Blood Angels chapters, and we're like, yeah, no, maybe we should just dissolve the Blood Angels. And everyone was like, oh, how dare you suggest that? Oh, look, all I'm saying is that, like, this could happen again. Being on a Trayer Primarch, I'd like to see Perturabo, just a monstrous obliterator. Agreed, I think that would look sick. I would love to see a full... Would they experience the Black Ray? I don't know, but I don't want to. I want Sanguinius to stay dead. His legend is supposed to be a tragedy. If we bring him back, that takes it away. And it takes away what makes the Blood Angels unique. What Loyalist chapter gets away with most screw the rules BS should be heretical? The Black Templars get away with it more often than not. Yeah, no, that's fair, T-Con. The Blood Angels were more interesting with Sanguinius' death than they were when he was alive. Yeah, no, I agree with that. The only interesting Blood Angels back in the day was the guy who would go on to found the Flesh Terrors. And that guy called his Primarch a bitch. What do you think, Fifth Captain? I think you're being a pansy. How dare you speak to the Primarch that way? He is! We should just go in! What's stopping us? Because outside of minor hesitancy. I mean, oh, but you must think on this, my captain. Are you fucking kidding me? I already have! Now, stop being a bitch and get in there! Apparently I had more red. Hell yeah. Black Templars' Hand of Codex Astartes. That'll be a terrible melee weapon. Blood Angel's just trying to make Papa proud by finishing his work. Pretty much. So, I don't like the Black Templars that much in 40k. I find them to be extremely annoying and very one-note characters. Plus, they're fucking... Their main character sounds like a nasally fuck, and I hate it. He sounds like this, guys! Worst fucking voice for a Primarch. Well, worst fucking voice for a fucking Imperial Fist. But totally funny making fun of those assholes. Where everyone else is sounding stoic as fuck, there's fucking Halbrecht in the corner with his fucking nasally ass voice. As a Thousand Suns fan, what is your opinion about the Blood Ravens? They're cool. They're interesting. I'm glad they're a common sense kind of Space Marine chapter, upon some reflection here. What is your favorite alternate heresy and why? I don't like any of the alternate heresies. I don't. And the reason why I don't like the reason why I don't like alternate heresies is because everyone is acting extremely out of character. And I know that's like, part of it is that, like, oh, well, it's an alternate universe. People can act differently in this universe. Decisions can be made that alter the terms of events. But, like, it's heavy speculation a lot. And the Dornian heresy, I don't like it at all because it makes no sense. It makes Dorn act extremely out of character for who he is. And why the fuck wouldn't, like, what oh, it's just what if the loyalists were traitors instead of the traitors being traitors? What? Why? Like, the leaps of logic that the theory has to do, I don't like it. If you like it, perfectly fine. I am not the gospel of what is good and what is bad. But I do not like any of the alternate heresies. No. Oh, he is not. It's almost like GW put a lot of thought into who turned traitor and who remained loyal. They didn't put a lot of thought into who would be betraying. They put a lot of thought into why. And some of them, it was as simple as teams of a kill-stealing fuckwad to, oh my god, he made me a monster. Hoy, how is thine's day? My day's okay. My day's been okay, aside from, like, dealing with a fuckhead in my comments. But you are the announcer of what is good and bad. I am an announcer of games. I announce what's going on. And then I give my opinion. Which can be flawed or you can agree with. I am not the arbitrator of what's right and what's wrong. Please do not say I am. But yeah, no, I do not like any of the alternate heresies. I think a lot of them are massive stretches of who characters are, or like have a complete lack of understanding of the characters that they are talking about. Shit. Like, Emperor had to have done what he did due to Angron on purpose out of spite. Like, a lot of the Primarchs have a good reason for going against him. I admit I made an Alt Heresy working third shift, and it is trash. Don't call your work trash, please. Loved your Halo lore, TTS, and loving your Warhammer 40k lore, even though 40k ain't for me. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm glad that people are enjoying it. If you want more, I am currently doing videos on YouTube if you want to subscribe there. With Angron, almost looked like Big E wanted him to turn traitor. No, the Emperor was gonna get his use out of his fucking son on corpse or not. Sorry, I'm distracted. That's... Yeah. So, you have to understand why Angron hates the Emperor, and it's not because he didn't let him get the shit kicked out of him. Angron hates the Emperor because he didn't let Angron die with dignity. He didn't let himself die with dignity. He kidnapped him. He took him from a place where he was destined to die. He didn't do anything to help. He didn't say anything to help. Oh, he came down, said, like, you're my son, let's leave this place because it's worth nothing. And Angron's like, no, I'm not about that. I want to fight with my brothers and sisters. Fuck you. And then the Emperor forcefully teleported him, and when Angron was like, you are a cruel, uncaring bastard. Why didn't you teleport my brothers and sisters with me if you could do that? And the Emperor just said, oh, the few lives of a few slaves matter not in my grand scheme. They weren't slaves. They were his brothers and sisters. Those were his friends, his allies. And it looks like the Emperor made him abandon them. That's why he fucking hates him. In my opinion, which traitor primer has the most sympathetic reasons for turning traitor? It's a toss-up between Angron, Conrad, and it's a toss-up between Conrad and Angron and Alfarius. Alfarius was shown visions of the future along Omegon, and both sides of the argument were like, I don't know if we can trust those visions. And Alfarius is like, I don't know, those visions felt pretty fucking real. So yeah, it would really come down to like Conrad or Angron, and the tragedy of Angron is that he never had a choice, whereas Conrad just kept making bad choices. I recognize your voice, but I can't tell from where. If you're trying to like pin me to a voice actor, I have not voice acted in anything, but I do want to voice act. I do want to do voice acting for my career. Honestly, they're all kind of tragic. Not fucking Lorgar. Fuck him. Not Lorgar. Lorgar's not tragic at all. Fuck Lorgar. If I were to try and play 40k someday, is it possible to buy pre-built and pre-painted mini? Yeah, totally. People always sell their army secondhand all the time. Now, you can't, like, go out and, like, buy official GW models that are fully built and painted. But you can buy secondhand. Just make sure to vet where you're buying them from. Never mind, I'm thinking of a different person. Okay. Part of I'm misunderstanding stuff, but weren't Primarchs and Space Marines always meant to be just tools of war? They were, but they're people. You can't take the human out of a soldier, kind of a thing. The thing is about, like, the Legion Astartes is that they thought themselves above humans, but they are also just as painfully human. Now the problem that's even bigger than money finding anymore, it's all interested in 40k near me. If you have a tabletop, if you have like a local place, like a card game place, or a hobby shop, they usually do them there, or local GW. Do the Primaris Marines think themselves above average humans? No, they do not. A lot of the Primaris Marines actually think they're abominations. A lot of them do not like what they have become. Especially, like, the Ultramarine Captain Felix. He fucking hates it. But I'm still trying to get all the Lord of the Rings cards for Magic the Gathering, so need them before I try 40k. That's fair. What's the difference between cardboard and plastic? Not much. So how is Horus Heresy gameplay-wise these days? It is back to what 40k usually played as, where units have toughness like infantry have toughness values, but vehicles have armor values. Will I ever forgive Pokemon Return to it? I will forgive Pokemon when they start fucking actually fixing their shit and actually taking time to make their games. Until then, fuck them. Pokemon ain't getting a fucking dime out of me. Yeah, let's go ahead and look on over there. Like, guys, I'm not paying for shit. I'm not paying for a broken game that they refuse to fix. I'd rather release DLC than fix my fucking game. Cool. Then you lost me as a customer. I know that means nothing to the biggest franchise on Earth. But come the fuck on. This is actually something that I fucking hate because I've had arguments with people about this. If you guys continue to pay for shit, you're gonna keep getting shit. Oh, but it's the most fun experience. Stop. If I can't fucking play the game because the game keeps crashing or I keep falling through the fucking world, I'm not playing it. We gave Dragon Ball Sagas this shit years ago. Difference is, they can't fix Sagas. They can fix Pokemon, and they're not doing it. So I'm not paying them anything. Oh, I get full control over Pokemon? What would I do? Easy. Give them time to finish the fucking game. And hire more people. Are you fucking kidding me? Biggest franchise in the world and they can't pay for a fucking team? Literal thousands of people working on fucking Overwatch 2. 30 working on Pokemon. No! Enough of that. We're not a small indie team here. No, we are AAA, and we are going to give AAA fucking quality. We are going to get this game out as soon as it's done. Not before, and fuck what the investors have to say. We are going to educate them on how fucking game development works. And if they have a problem with it, well then, door! We don't need the investors because we made all the money. New follower just fell in love with your TikTok and made it leak to YouTube. Also, I agree with your rant. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my god. I know so many people are just like, but it's Pokemon and I like it anyway. This is the problem. And then they go and bitch about other games having the same problems that Pokemon has. And I'm like, do you not see the correlation? Like, what? What? The fuck is wrong with you? The game should not be lagging on the fucking title screen. Millions of fucking billions of dollars. And they still release a broken-ass game that barely works and leaks data. What you painting? We're painting Cataphracti Terminators. I got like 4 more to do before the squad is done. Hello, baby. Also, cat. What if they do fix it up, boss? Cool! But they're not! If they fix it, whoop-de-fucking-do. But they're not fixing it. So there is no if. They refuse to touch it. They refuse. And I'm not interested in giving money to a company that does not fix their shit. Fuck, we give Jedi Fallen Order shit for being a broken-ass game, but Pokemon gets a pass? Are you kidding me? Also, the new Pokemon designs look fucking god-awful. I will defend Gen 5 with my life, because I like Trubbish and I like Chandelure, but fuck me, dude. What is this? Green Blob. What is this? A flamingo. Okay. What the fuck is this? Robots now? These aren't even monsters. They're fucking robots. Fuck, you're boring. God damn it. It works for me, so why complain? Because it doesn't work for me. I lost my data. I paid $80 for a thing that just said, hey, so you know your save file? Yeah? Fuck you! And I was already struggling with the game. Not because it's hard, it's because it's just extremely fucking easy. But just like, the game would lag if I moved. Are you kidding me? Ah! No one is playing fucking Pokemon anymore on stream or anything unless it's like Fusion or like the fucking Binding of Isaac thing where like it's just random dungeon layouts. If the Pokemon Company doesn't care about their product, why the fuck should I? Kind of a thing. I started on my first Leman Russ proxy, but still, today the proxy is slightly mauled at the M4 Sherman, and I'm super hyped to finish it. Cool. But for Pokemon, I kind of moved on from, but is that my best boy Gengar? I want people to understand that if something does me that dirty, I do not forgive easy. Like, the next Pokemon game has to function, it has to be fun, and it can't dick us over again. I understand that the team was pressed for time. I understand that 30 people working on a game is fucking insane. The fact that the game turns on at all is a miracle. But I am not giving money to a company that refuses to hire on more staff and stop seeing themselves as fucking indie developers. Because they're not. It was a poor fucking excuse from the leadership to give. I feel bad for the programmers and designers of that game. I feel fucking bad for them because they were forced to put out an incomplete game. And they aren't even allowed to fix it. I care more for Yu-Gi-Oh! Fair! At least Yu-Gi-Oh! Recognizes its problems a lot of the time. Remember when legendaries were badass dragons or elemental earth and sea gods or alien viruses or... You remember the day... Like, I'm not going to be a Gen 1er about this. I'm not. Like, in my opinion, the last good Pokemon game was Pokemon X and Y. In my opinion. Oh, my cat's cleaning herself on my fucking stream. How nice. In my opinion, those are the last good Pokemon games. But, like, I struggle with Pokemon X because I hardly remember anything from it. Like, I hardly remember anything from that game. Yeah, really bad whoever decide Pokemon needs to release so often. Do you think there is a way to fix Yu-Gi-Oh! Boss? Rotation format. Holy fuck! It would fix Yu-Gi-Oh! Competitive so much, and we would stop seeing the same deck over and over and over and over and over again. But then people will be like, well then, like, what about Legacy cards? Then you play Legacy. I may not like Magic the Gathering, but they have a smarter fucking plan with their thing. Rotation. 3 sets. Rotate to the next 3. Instead of just like one deck type conquering and dominating the entire time while we're there, how about we have something else? Also, do what the Japanese do with the OCG. Bulletin points. Bulletin points would make this so much easier. Instead of just like to try to find the comma. Pavlemine is the Timberwolf. Okay. Random question, what's your favorite mech from Battletech? My favorite mech from Battletech is the Marauder 2C. I like my little plain boy. Also make Yu-Gi-Oh cards bigger. They are way too small for having so much text. I would say make them bigger now, because like then there's a problem. Sword and Shield are my last ones. Honestly, I haven't played a video game in so long. Been busy painting and hobbying. That's fair. I do it for work, so I've been playing video games steady. Which, by the way, I am trying to prepare a thing for you guys to, like, donate money to fuck me over on. So, should be fun. I already finished a model and I started over a decade ago. Hell yeah! I like the Vercher, Puma, and the Mad Cat. I'm sorry about the loop. What decks are seen in Yu-Gi-Oh! All the time? Right now, it is... Fuck, what are they? Mermaids, Labyrinth, and Chained. I think that's what I heard last time I watched MBT. Do you partake in AOS? I do not. AOS does not interest me. Oh no, there was a question about Dragon Age. Do I think Dragon Age and Witcher franchise have a similar premise? No, not even close. And everything is Max C still. Yeah, no, fuck Max C. Terrible card. I play Valkyrie. Cool. Are we being done a disservice by there not being a Zoid miniature game? Not really. I'm really enjoying a modded Shadowhawk in the campaign I'm playing in. Cool. Bear in mind, I have only played Mech Assault 1 and 2. Okay. But yeah, no, Guys, I have shot games for less. And I gave Pokemon a lot of chances. Like, Pokemon Sword and Shield, I get it. I got it at that time. You guys have jumped from handhelds to a home console. That's really rough. I fully understand. It's new hardware. I get it. And then Pokemon Pokemon Violet and Scarlet come out, and I'm just like, nope. Not doing it. Didn't you mention something about doing Battletech lore at one point? I did. But it is a lot of just digging through the wikis and reading mech bios. Which is hard. Hi, Blue. Like, guys, trying to stuff new information in this brain is hard enough as it is already, okay? I'm currently trying to complete my Battletech Mech Warrior novel collection. Nice. By the way, I play Mercenaries in Battletech. Banshee Company for life. Yeah, just a reminder, guys, if you want to support the channel, please go to YouTube, subscribe there. Please donate to my Ko-fi, or if you want, donate to my Patreon. My Patreon allows you to see videos early before they're released on YouTube. So what is your thought on Totally Spies? The Kink Show? I know it's coming back. I know it's coming back with none of the voice actresses, because I don't want to pay them more, so fuck them! Hello. I'm not going to get mad at the new actresses, though. That's not fair to them. I'm currently trying to bring all the AOS AOS lore again to catch back up with current events. Cool. I know nothing about AOS. If I may make a suggestion, start with a lore video about Battletech Backguard, and they are turbo badass is a great place to start. The problem is that I don't know the Battletech community that well, and I don't know what is a trusted source, and and the assholes who are trying to co-opt it into Nazi ideology, and I'm very hesitant on that. I've even got a good collection of Battletech TCG cards. Cool. But yeah, no, I've been very hesitant on that, and guys, I'm also like making a basic series for how to get into Warhammer 40k and play it. Like currently right now I am making a video about how to play Warhammer at its basic surface level. No objectives, no nothing, just shooting at each other. I'm making that right now, so I do not have the time to go and research these things. There's a podcast called Mortal Realms. This is a great way to catch up on AOS lore. Cool. Fair enough. Yeah, so please forgive me. What faction, what minis are you painting right now? I'm taking a break right now, but we are painting Ultramarines, Legion, Cataphracti Terminators, my own company, the 50th. Armored Company. Because I like my armored infantry. What you doing, cat? What you doing? That doesn't help. Opinions on the old Inquisitor game was one of my favorite eras. This sheer satire was brilliant. Never played the Inquisitor game. Guys, I am not made of money. I can't play everything. I'm sorry. But if you want to help me get that money so I can, and then I can tell you my opinion, please sub to my YouTube. I want to at least get to 10K. Please, God, help me. If I can get like a fifth of my audience from TikTok over to over to YouTube, I'll be so fucking happy. Like, trying to get everybody to flood in from this fucking app on TikTok to YouTube has been a pain in my ass. Because TikTok has destroyed our collective sensibilities to pay the fuck attention. I have multiple people saying, where do I go? I've already said use the links in my profile. I can't find it. It is right fucking there. What do you mean you can't find it? Ah! Yeah, because I'm not big enough yet to get shown. You also have to reliably watch my content to be alerted. I'm at least now consistently posting like once every 2 weeks. Going back to Yu-Gi-Oh! I stopped playing after Elemental Heroes. You see? I can't even keep chat on fucking track. I talk about my fucking YouTube channel, and everyone's like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm glad you're doing that. But fuck, does it prove my point? The attention span has been murdered by TikTok. And I should know, my attention span's gone down. I've been actively staying off of TikTok as much as possible throughout my day. Fuck, I just want is it too much to ask that like 5% of my following just come to YouTube? Like, fuck! Like, guys, I want to say this very blatantly and clearly. I feel more fulfilled making content for YouTube than I do making content for TikTok. TikTok's easy. I just stand in front of there and I use my memory as best I can. With YouTube, I actually have to put a lot more effort into my videos and they feel more rewarding. And YouTube actually rewards me, unlike TikTok. YouTube actually shows me my progress, unlike TikTok. YouTube doesn't hit me for stupid shit, unlike TikTok. I have had multiple of my videos fucking destroyed, taken down, gone. on because I ruffled a few jammies. And there's nothing in the videos that can constrain or be against the community guidelines because I make sure, and I still get fucking hit. I want off TikTok as fucking bad as possible. But I also want to take advantage of the fucking audience that I have and bring them over to YouTube so it doesn't feel like I'm abandoning you guys. Fuck! I am ranting here and you are asking questions that are irrelevant to the rant. I'm gonna scream. Guys. Fuck. I just want my audience to follow me. Sorry, but it's frustrating. It is frustrating. And I get it. I do. Some people just aren't interested in some of the content I am making on YouTube. I get it. I do. Other people just like, oh, I'll go do it later. And they forget about it because the attention span's gone. I get it. I really do. And I know, like, this sounds very fucking like petty and bitchy, but it is a frustration that I have. I have 67k followers here, and I can't get them to follow me here. And it's because of a few things. One, attention span. Two, it's a different platform. Trying to get people to jump from one platform to the other is always going to be hard. Three, TikTok itself. Notice that every time that I do not bring up my YouTube or anything else, my video does fantastic. If I do, what happens? My video gets throttled. Because they don't want people off their app. Even though it's like a 10-second thing that someone can go do, I have the links in my profile. And like I said again, my YouTube content might not be your cup of tea. I fully understand. But come on, 67k and I can't even get a quarter of that, a tenth of that to follow? Like, it's ridiculous. Not good. This way your social credit score is going to tank. You got to praise the app made by our favorite comrades. Doesn't even matter that's made by the Chinese. Tech companies are screwing us with or without the Chinese. I've been doing this for 3 years. And I am making slow, steady progress. But there is the frustration there. And I'm trying. I am trying. And I will continue to try. I am almost back to where I was on Twitch with YouTube. Which means that people can start donating directly to me from YouTube Live. And I would love that. Instead of like using a third-party site like Ko-fi. Because that's more links. Is this a viable option? It is, because you just buy the Imperial Guard Veterans Pack. Those are literal Kriegers. And then you just buy a lot of those and just customize a lot of your characters with the Krieger upgrades. Yeah, I'm working on that right now. Subscribed on YouTube. Thank you very much. I want people to understand that, like, I may sound ungrateful, but I'm truly not. I am extremely grateful that you guys, even the small amount of you that have subbed to YouTube, I am grateful to you guys. I can't keep doing this without you guys, and I am extremely grateful and very privileged and very humbled by the fact that you guys think that I am entertaining enough to support in this endeavor. That I am someone that you deem worthy to watch. And I always try to be honest in my videos. I always try to put my best foot forward. Do I get some things wrong sometimes? Yes. But I am grateful to you guys for supporting me and loving me and wanting to see me succeed. And yeah, there are times where I do get frustrated with the platforms I'm on. I am frustrated with TikTok throttling my videos. I am frustrated with some of the people that are just like, well, I never saw it. And, like, I can't be too angry at them because, like, genuinely they didn't see it. And TikTok has killed our collective attention span. Throttled, not too angry. I am pretty angry about that. I want everyone to understand that, like, this is the frustration of being a content creator. What is working, what isn't, and what gets my audience to follow me, and what doesn't. It's why I've been screaming in all of my videos lately, and I don't care if TikTok throttles my videos. I just don't. I'm gonna keep fucking screaming it to the world on TikTok every time I make a video. Go subscribe to YouTube. I'm gonna start saying it at the very beginning of every video before I tell you the lore. And then I'm gonna say it at the end of it. And I don't care if TikTok throttles me. Because at this point, I just need to say it over and over and over again and hammer it into everyone's fucking skulls. I made the leap because I want you to be able to grow. Once I finally sit down and decide how I want to progress, I'll focus on becoming a better content creator. Yeah. By the way, is there on YouTube a limit regarding from what countries can one donate? No one can donate to me right now on YouTube because I need to hit a certain threshold. Like, I think it's 2,000 total hours watched. And then, like, to get full support from YouTube, I need to have, like, a total of 4,000 hours watched, I think. Take a look at my analytics quick. I really shouldn't, though, because, like, I get really depressed looking at numbers. Oh, shit. Hey, my best video released. Hell yeah. Watch time hours is up? Okay, cool. Earn. Yeah, we just passed the halfway point. We just passed the halfway point. And we need to keep going. It's at 3K. So it's working then. Yes, how I'm doing things is working. It's frustratingly slow, but it is working. Does it matter which videos we watch? It does not matter. Any watch time adds to anything. It's why I've been making the basic how-to guides. It's that so people can go back and rewatch them if they need helpful advice or to understand what army they want to get into if they want to get into that army. Because, as I say, to pick your army, it's literally pick rule of cool. But if you do not like how that army plays, but you like how it looks, that's a problem. But if you like how another army looks and how they play, maybe my basic guide video can help you with that. And I want to do that for people. I want more people in the hobby. I want more people playing the game. Because I think Warhammer 40k is a fun game that is accessible to everyone. And I want to make it in such, and I want to make these videos in such a way that it breaks down the game so it's understandable. Because I've had friends watch the game and not understand it. And I actually got frustrated with this a little bit when I was making the videos, because guess who wants to play Warhammer 40k with me? My wife. But my wife struggles to understand what the fuck the game is saying to her. So I have her look over the script and see if I actually explained it in a way that her brain will understand. As she put it, I am explaining it in such a way that a 5-year-old can understand it. Which is good. I do have them on a playlist. I do have the videos on a playlist. I watch, I think, because I like the content there, so you can... Do you also upload your TikToks to YouTube Shorts? Because that's how I mainly consume your content. I do not. That takes a lot of time, and I don't have that time. There is no country limitation as far as I know. Yeah. So what's the best way of supporting you? Patreon? You can support me on Patreon, or you can look at the link up there for my Ko-fi. Patreon is like $5 a month, and you get early access to all my videos, and updates on how videos are coming along when I get to it. I released a clone of Genghis Khan into the galaxy. That's not going to come back to bite me, is it? Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. And I want, like, once the basic guide for Warhammer is over, I'm going to move on to just doing, like, regular lore bits and everything. And just, talking more than just 40k. I'm going to talk about Halo. I'm going to talk about Battletech. I'm going to talk about mechs and their history of design, kind of a thing. And I want to do fucking book club. I want to do a book club. Because I think it'd be fun. I also want to do voice acting. I want to do all this stuff. But it takes time. God, ever does it take time. Feel kind of stupid that I missed the Ko-fi link just because I scrolled down and forgot. I'm excited for when you talk about Fabius Bile. We will get to Chaos soon enough. So, how I've been doing the video releases for the basic guide to Warhammer is that I literally looked at the Codex release schedule. And the first wave was Tyranids, Space Marines, Necrons, Adeptus Mechanicus, Dark Angels, Orcs, Custodes, and Tau Empire for the first wave. And then after that, I think it's Chaos? I think? I don't know. Which reminds me, boss, how goes the Ko-fi requests? I don't know yet. I don't look till after stream. But I will be doing something on YouTube stream where you guys donate money and fuck me over in a game. Will you end up doing basic guides for Horus Heresy? I actually could. That would be pretty easy to do. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Hey, are you a fan of World of Darkness? I do not know what that is. I apologize. I'd like to hear more about Lord Harker and the Exiled Sons. Well, if I ever get a new friend group and we can finally do a 40k campaign, I'd love to have Lord Harker lead the campaign of the Exiled Sons. But yeah, no, I could also do a basic guide to Horus Heresy. It's not that hard. It's just teaching people how to play that. Hey boss, have you done a video on the Salamanders yet? No. As I've said before, I buy Warhammer, therefore I have no money. Not even for me. That's fair. How do you feel about the live-action One Piece? I'm not interested in it because the main story of One Piece isn't over. And I do not care about someone's interpretation of One Piece until the main one is done. Doesn't mean it's bad, doesn't mean it's good, it just means it's not for me right now. Like Vampire the Masquerade. I don't know. I think Vampire the Masquerade can be really funny. That video game ruined it for me. When I have it, I will share it with you, I promise. Thank you, Anarchy. World of Darkness is the White Wolf Dark Modern Fantasy World, Vampire the Masquerade, Werewolf the Apocalypse, and Hunter the Reckoning. Oh, cool. I was going to say, will you do videos about some other chapters that have interesting stories? There are chapters with some very interesting stories and narratives behind them. I do want to do them, but I also do want to give back to the community a little bit in some way or form. The games don't do it justice. That's fair. It would be great if White Wolf stopped having problematic stuff. Oh no, what kind of problematic stuff are we talking here? Such as I start painting my Leviathan Marines as the Astronauts due to their story. Ooh. Fun fact, my Ultramarines for, like, my chapter, the Wardens of Macragge, were actually Astroclaws originally. I used to run Left Huron. Love your perception and take on 40k lore. Challenges my ideas, which I like. I like being challenging, okay? I like challenging my audience. I do not believe that we should be simple and be like just repositories of information. We should add stuff to it and give our opinions and our thoughts. It's actually why I like Adaptus Ridiculous a lot right now. I didn't know about them before. I learned about them like 3 weeks ago, and now I'm just like, I can't get enough of it. Oh, they're so good. Fucking love those three. I love the beat. So have we seen Gilliman and Lion meet up yet? No, they have not. And you think Gilliman will be pleased? No, because the last time they were together, they didn't trust each other. I think it'll be different now, but there still is going to be those problems. To be more on topic, what's your opinion on the Adaptus Ridiculous? I think they're actually really good. I think they are exactly what we need in 40k as a community right now. The reason being is that one of them is a lore expert, the other one is a lore noob, and one of them is just really good at like correcting things and helping along the way. Hey, plus they put out some sick art, dude. They do fucking great job. I think they are really, really good. And they actively combat the worst parts of the 40k community. And I do like that they aren't, like, they do meme a lot, but they're nuanced as well with their opinions and their takes. And they also get sick of the fucking old memes and they want new ones. I do like Adaptus Ridiculous. I do recommend going to watch them. If you haven't already, they are good watches. I've been watching Ad Reddick for the past years. So good. I'm on Rogaldorn episode. She is great at using the other two hosts. Yeah, baby. Shy is just a great meme, Lord Lady. Yeah, Shy's great. Have you seen their most recent night poster? It's absolute god tier. I did, and I wish I had money to buy it. The monthly Patreon art portraits are actually fantastic. God. Have you read Heresy of the Reasonable Marines? It's technically a fanfic, but it's short. Oh, thank you, D. I will be sure to look into that in a bit. They made the illiterate Rogaldorn can't read me. Yes! I love that Bricky was just like, you have not proven to me that Dorn can read. You have not proven it to me. Dorn is illiterate. And I'm like, I'm trying to think of like the last time Dorn read a book in any of the books. And I was just like, oh my god. The meme is right! I'm just going to go there, Patreon, just so I can try and get them to contact you about coming on for an episode. If I ever got invited on to Adaptus Ridiculous, I would scream. Because I do like them. Though I am a filthy Ultramarine player. And Bricky would look at me and call me cringe. And I'd look at him and say, yeah, well, fair. What's your opinion on the moon-sized biomass heading for Terra? Oh, it's just fucking the Beast arises again! A Tyranid Electric Boogaloo, now in stores! If I did get invited on to Adaptus Ridiculous, I would love to talk about Babdab. Because if you want my favorite narrative event in all of 40k, it is the Babdab Civil War. I love the Babdab Civil War. But you are also a Thousand Suns fanboy. Damn right I am! Best Chaos Legion. Fuck the rest of them. I also play World Eaters. And Black Legion. I play 3 Chaos Legions. I am a power armor lover, and if it has tentacles on it, even better. Ultramarine fans, I know my love for the Ultramarines is cringe. I embrace it full. Dude, I like the Ultramarines too. Legion 30k Ultramarines, peak Ultramarines. Modern day 40k Ultramarines, getting better. I'm liking them more and more. What do you think of Care Bear? What do you think of Care Bear Nurgle Chaos Demons? If you can do it, do it. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Death Guard is the best faction. Mortarion is a bitch! But I actually, so fun fact, I actually used to love the Death Guard Legion. I used to love them. I like their colors and I like their designs. Babdab War is an absolute saga and it's fantastic. Alpha Legion, I have an army of purple orcs. Dude, that's unfair. I can't see them. That's such bullshit. Do you check out Iander in Coda at all? I have checked them out. Babdab, isn't that where the Concaradon showed up and helped kick Chaos Astral Claws? They didn't show up to help! They showed up to steal shit, mess up everyone's day, and drop an orbital city into its gas giant. Without telling their allies. And then when their allies got pissy at them, they responded with, "We won, didn't we?" Fucking Tibetos and the Concaradons. Oh, I love them. I love the Space Sharks. I played them so fucking religiously back in 7th edition and 8th edition. I loved my Space Sharks. And then GW fucked them! You have to play Raven Guard to play them. Okay, that's fair. You have to use these special things, but that totally delegitimizes their close combat abilities and, like, makes them shit. Fuck you. Okay. Ow. Mortarion is the caterpillar from Bug's Life. I need to save money, start building the armies I want. Yeah! Boss, have you seen the Great Clean One memes? I have seen the Great Clean One memes. Oh. Oh. I don't like them. I don't like them. Make them moldy again. Jazz as the Space Bears? I think they look cool. Concaradons, how likely are they to be Traitor Gene Seed? Not very, because they've been confirmed to be Raven Guard successors. They were just straight up confirmed to be the Nomads. Which, if you don't know what the Nomads are, essentially, before the Raven Guard got Corax, they were very friendly terms with the Luna Wolves, favored Luna Wolf tactics, and then when Corax was brought in, who was a stealth and infiltration master, and asymmetrical warfare, the ideologies clashed, and essentially Korax quietly banished them. I think my favorite thing I've heard Bricky say is Curse conquered on a budget. He did. Boss, any tips how to build and paint my pile of shame? Okay. So I'm going to give you guys a few tips and then I'm going to go. So, okay. Listen up. If you are painting Warhammer 40k, do not let yourself get bummed out if it isn't perfect. Okay? Your first model is always going to be the worst of the batch. No, don't go. You can sub to me on YouTube, and I haven't had dinner. I need to eat. But yeah, like, your first model is always going to be the worst of the first. Okay? I literally post about this on Blue Sky and Twitter. Your first model is always going to be bad, so do not beat yourself up about that. Each model you do after your first is a slight improvement over the next one. And you will keep doing that over the course of time. Now, are there techniques that I recommend? One, thin your paints. Just thin them. Dab a little bit in water. Dab a little bit in water. And you'll be fine. Or do what I do and like color palette on like a piece of paper towel. That's what I do. Second, if you struggle with painting models that are fully built, paint the pieces while they're still on the sprue, or cut them out and paint as you build. I promise it will be 1,000 times more manageable than trying to get every creak and crevice on these bastards. And you will find a lot less mistakes. Third, do not compare your work to other people's works. That is unfair to you. I do not compare myself to Cerberus's work. My models, if I compare myself, I'm going to feel fucking awful. Your models are your models. Your style is your style. Cerberus does an amazing job with their models, but they've been doing this for years. And they have a lot better painting standards and ideas than I do. Do not compare your work to other people's work. It will just discourage you from painting. And do not burn yourself out on painting. I know people who have. Paint a model at a time. And what I do is that I slowly conveyor belt my models. So like, I'll paint them all, I'll prime them all black, and then I'll paint them all blue. And then I'll paint their shoulder pads green. And then I'll start doing the detailing and everything. But trust me, I got a pile of shame too. I play orcs. So yeah, no, trust me, my green tide looking a lot more gray than it is green. But either way, I'm going to scream into the heavens again. Please go to my YouTube, sub there. If you haven't already. If you want to see videos early, please go to the Patreon. Patreon, you can watch videos there early, and I update you guys with how the videos are coming along when I remember to do so. Or if you don't want to donate to my Patreon, but you want to give me more money, donate to my Ko-fi right now. It's the best alternative for like a one-time payment. But Patreon is only $5 a month, so it's not a lot, and you get to see videos. Early. But still, subbing to my YouTube is still helping me, even if you cannot financially help me. Every view matters and counts. I love you guys very much. I will talk to you guys later, TikTok. You all have a fantastic night. And Jesse, I respond, please go sub to the YouTube. I respond, please go there. Or join my Discord. I have a Discord link. It's in the link tree on my profile. You can go there. I promise. Okay. Bye, TikTok. All right. And as for YouTube, thank you so much to the people that subscribed today. I appreciate you guys very much. Please share my content around and try to convince your friends and family and other people to come sub to my YouTube channel if they're interested in Warhammer 40k. All right.